Lord me make me live. Lord me make me see your eyes. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing this music. Let me turn it down. Lord me make me live. Alright, we're just jamming today. We're going to be creating some cuts using the Cricut Maker. It's something I do every summer. Depends on what people want. Do different things, but it's mostly vinyls that I use. Right? We've been getting a lot of requests for these kind of vinyls. These are like the glitter vinyls. What I've been doing with them is making shirts. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of that too. I've been making shirts like these. We have a customer that's been ordering a bunch of these. And I guess she likes them, right? So what we do is create the flags. We create the flags and we just simply just cut them out and press them with e-press. But anyways, people, you don't know your things you could do. Actually, I am planning on giving away a couple shirts. I do have a website as well. I'll show you in a minute. Just got to make sure that I have all my colors here. We are going to do the US flag this time around. And I'm just going to show you my process. I am using Adobe Illustrator. I am a big Adobe freak. I use Adobe for everything, right? It's just what I do. There is other things you can use, or other programs that you can use for free, like Canva, but I won't get into that today. All right, let's make sure that the stream is going on well. Anyways, people, manners respect for come to the ends. And thank you if you come true. Let's make sure that I'm not ignoring anybody. Let's make sure you're not hearing this music as well. Don't want that. There's people going to be blocking out all my video. All right, let's make sure that the stream is going on well. Anyways, people, manners respect for come to the ends. Sounds good, look good. And thank you if you come true. Let's make sure that I'm not ignoring anybody. Let's make sure you're not hearing this music as well. You're not hearing the music, not ignoring nobody. You may hear a echo though. Don't want that as well. Let's get started, people. So pretty much, I can create these things if I wanted to. A lot of times I just download them. If I can find them, I download them. Like stuff like this, I created that. I created this. This I kind of got some of it from somewhere, but I created the glasses. The Bob Marley, obviously. For that, I kind of pulled a live picture of Bob and I did a little bit of tracing with the software. But anyways, right now this is vector. This is all vector, and I want to make it ready for my Cricut cut, my Cricut Maker. You can see it's right here. Let's open that up as well. Kind of screwed up on that one because this guy needs to be. Usually I put it on top of the crate that it came with. Right, and then we pop him open and make sure that we power it on as well. So most of my cuts are already ready. I think what she's asking for now is, let's look at the notes. She's asking me to make, she wants, I think a US flag on its own. Let's look at the message. But anyways, hopefully you guys have been having a wonderful day. I see you chilling. I did a little live yesterday of me working in the back of my yard. You know, I may be doing a couple of this, man. To edit and stuff like that, sometimes it take a lot of time, and I'm not putting out enough content for you guys to at least get some love, you know. I gotta find this notes. Alright, it's not in here. It must be in the text message then. Alright, she says she want the American flag and Puerto Rico flag together. So American flag and Puerto Rico flag, and she wants something like a Puerto Americana kind of thing. Because if you notice, I've been doing it like this. So this, she had the Mexican flag, the Puerto Rico flag, and she had the Moroccan flag. So it's a Mexi-Rica Rockan. You know, however they love it, man. I do whatever you ask me to do. It's not a big deal. I don't need to understand why you want it. You put your order in, and I make it, right? You don't question people, right? She likes it like that, and that's what I do. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is just getting this video, getting this thing ready for, so right now, if you notice, it's all separate, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, we're gonna have to do all the colors. We're gonna have to do blue, white, and red because she wants this on a black shirt. Again, I can't tell people what color to use, but if you make a request, I gotta see how best I can do it, all right? So what I'm gonna do right here is just expand these things. The white, yeah, I'll keep all of this. And what I wanna do as well, I wanna match it up with this. So first thing first, before we even go anywhere, hopefully I'm not talking too loud because I'm listening to music. This is some good Jamaican jams. I want to make sure that this is the same size. So let's, I don't know why that popped out. It's always weird working on my laptop as well, you know. I really do a little bit of editing on my laptop, but from where I kind of start working more on my laptop when it comes to the Cricut because I can always do Bluetooth cut. I may have to disconnect my my freaking headsets as well because I don't know if my Bluetooth will support two different devices at the same time. We can check though. Anyways, so I want to make sure it's the same diameter as this guy. So let's enlarge that as well. Not same diameter, the same size. You know, let's just match it up, make sure that it's the same size. And then we're going to look at our US flag. I think a US flag is just a slight tad more narrow. So what I'm going to do is, as I screw it with this background here. So what we're going to be probably doing is just, let's do this. Expand this bad boy first, object, and let's expand him. Expand. I didn't do it. Let's see something first. See what happened. Yeah, it's not doing it. All right, so let's see what it is exactly. Yeah, they are vectors, but let's do a more simpler process. Let's start moving some of these elements over to here. I think all the stars as well are joints. Can do that. Might be a longer way. Oh, there's still joint. Well, let's do it the other way. Let's get out of that. Now it's not joint. Let's fudge this up in the corner here. Gotta zoom in. Now again, I do different. I mean, there's many different ways of doing one thing when it comes to design and using Illustrator. As a matter of fact, using any of these programs, there's always different ways of doing it. There's no one way. And that's what's amazing about softwares like Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro. You know, there's really no one way of doing it. Let me see something. Yeah, these are not joints. So let's do this. You're gonna put these together. And then when it's up in the hills, we can group them actually. Let's group them. And then actually let's cut that out there. And paste it separately. We're gonna see how best this is gonna fit. We're gonna have to make sure that this. And we're gonna change this background actually to white real quick. And then we're gonna try to send. And what's amazing about shirts though, they're shirts. You can't really do, I mean, I think these might be, this flag might be accurate, but listen, it's a shirt. I'm not gonna try to make it not accurate or accurate. I think the stripes are 1, 2, 3, 4. How many stripes are on the US flag again? I'm embarrassed to ask. But I don't have to really make it, again, I really don't have to make it accurate because it's really just like a illustration. It's not really the actual flag and I'm not making a flag. So really not that serious. But just in case, how many, I don't even think there's 50 stars on this thing, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to count it. Stripes on the US flag. 13 stripes, yep, for the 13 original colors. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is not even right. So anyways, we won't take it that serious unless the red and white. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It was 13. But I want it to be a certain dimension and I'm just gonna do something a little different here. It's a group, we can stretch it out and make that look even. We're not gonna change that, and then we're gonna send this to the back. Arrangement to send this back. No, not all the way back actually, just send it back 1. Wait a minute. Send backwards. Send backwards one more time. And again, good thing you should always practice, and I don't practice it a lot, I'm going to tell you, is to learn shortcuts. So like this is telling you how to do it. It's really control and whatever that button is to send it backwards. You know, it's a good practice to get into learning shortcuts. It'll save you a lot of time, especially if you're grinding for time, you know what I mean? But anyways, that looks good. I think so. Let's see what the original thing looked like. It's not really perfect, but let's fix it up. We're working on a bunch of projects, you know, people. He'll always be the head cornerstone. Let's do this. Spread them out. There we go. That looks what we're looking for. All right, that looks good. So now we got the expander. Really, we don't have to expand this. We can just send this as save this as an SVG, and it's going to come into the program that way. Let's also open Cricut while we are at it. The Cricut app. Let's get that done. And it's updated, of course. Might even need my password. Let's hope not. Installing the updates. But don't see this as a tutorial though. Just watch me do this. I mean, if you like it, you like it. If it helps, it helps. Yeah, of course, it's going to ask me to sign in. Can I sign in on this thing without you guys seeing? I'm going to have to change scenes for that. There's no be right back scene. course, I don't remember my password either. Sha la 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 la. Don't you hear me? Hear what I say. The stone that the builder refused will always be the head cornerstone. All right, we're inside. Guys, back to this. So what I usually try to do is expand this. I don't know what happened just now. We may have to ungroup them first and then expand them. Let's see if that's the case. Ungroup. There's nothing that's group actually. Usually I try to expand everything out so I can, you know. But it's not allowing me. Don't worry about that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the text as well. So she said she wanted the Puerto Rican flag with the U.S. flag. Let's see if we can get that. We're gonna say we're gonna give our Porto. Let's see what we're gonna do for this chick. So we're gonna do it like this, right? We're gonna do Puerto American. I mean, as I say, she asks for this type of stuff. I'm not making this up. She's she's the one that wants this, you know what I mean? And all we got to do is pull our Puerto Rico flag out of this thing right here. Oh, why did I move my red from here? Anyways, we already have that out, luckily, because I should have just made a copy of the design versus pulling the whole design. Tell you, laptop is just not my strongest. Don't want me as an enemy. There's a gap in this, you know. No, actually, this is the Mexican flag, not the Puerto Rican flag. So I need to find my Puerto Rican flag, if I can find my Puerto Rican flag. It should be somewhere here. That's my Mexican flag. And really and truly, I don't have to do this over because I already have this imported in Cricut, in the Cricut software. I don't know how you say that word, man. Cricut. I don't know. I say Cricut, whatever. I already have it in the software, and I really don't have to do it over. But it doesn't matter really. I have the time, Plus I'm here live, so I might as well show you something. I'll show you my workflow. Should be snapping, but I don't know what's up. And we can give it a little spacing as well. No. And I really don't, the reason why I don't group them up is because I want, when I go into Cricut software, I really don't want them coming in like as one, you know what I mean? I want them to be in pieces. Usually if you group them still, they still will import properly if you do them SVG. They should be fine. But I kind of want to see what my design will look like on the shirt. So that's why I'm kind of, the text definitely we have to convert these because Cricut will not take, they won't take any text. It will tell you straight up it's not going to take that file. Because the type of file, I don't know what's up with text and their software, they won't take it. You have to convert this. You have to convert this. Let me see something. I mean, that looks good enough. You see, every time I zoom in and out, it's trying to get back on this little thing right here. Which next time I should just put it in a file with a much bigger canvas, you know what I mean? Alright, so this looks good. I'm gonna just copy this because we really don't want to lose this text as well. Copy that out and then we're gonna convert this into an object. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh yeah, let's go. So now this is vectors versus being a text. And then we're gonna try to probably just move this design. Can't be bothered to duplicate the shirt. And then we'll just, as a matter of fact, let's export this out. So when you're exporting, if you're using Illustrator, you export, you can right click, means select what you want to select, and then you right click it, and then you export selection. And I usually export when I'm doing for Cricut, I export as a SVG file. It works best so far. This is the best way, in my opinion, because it works. This SVG file works best in. Seems like it works best in Cricut, in the Cricut software. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna export. It's fine as is. I already know the location where it's going. Actually, yeah, it's going to the right spot. Let's export that. So we're good. Let's jump into our Cricut software, and then we're gonna can show you a bunch of my projects as well. I got a few. All right, so create new project, and then from here we're gonna go upload. See, I have all of these flags already, so I really never have to create it all over. Especially like the Puerto Rican flag. I can always add that in. But again, I was just doing it because I want to show off. Where it is, let's upload this one that we just did. Browse. It should be on my desktop. I didn't even give it a name. On the SVG. Might be this one, right? Yep, 11:20 in the morning. That's it. And that's it right there. Let's upload it. All right, and then we're gonna select it. Nope, don't delete. Select, and then add to canvas. Now we're gonna have to scale this down so it can fit a shirt. But before we do any sort of scaling, let's start working on the elements. You see, every single thing came in as a single, how would I say it? As a single attribute. It's not, there's nothing like, so all my stars are like separate, and you know, I think all 50 stars as well. Everything kind of came in piece by piece. So when you do this, you want to, the process that I use, again, you know what I mean, everybody does things a little different. I want to ungroup this first, so I right click, ungroup them. So now they're all by themselves, right? Now for the stars, you can select them on this side. It's probably easier to select them on this side for me, other than me even go through all of this, right? I don't know if you hold down shift, it will do it. No, that won't work. So you're gonna have to select them one at a time. You can keep your finger on shift, and you're gonna select them one at a time. In this case, it just says what it is. But I like it when it come in like this though, because I mean, other than that, it can come in differently, where it's all together. Actually, shift works. So let's go, boom. Let's find the last star. No man stand alone. It was just working now. It's like you speak too early. Anyways, keep your finger on control. Let's go all the way to the bottom and see if it's going to bring up everything. I'm seeing it jumping all over the place. No, it's not doing it. So if your finger can control it, it doesn't do anything. So let me see if I can if I can select it. Nope, I can't. Actually, I'm crazy. Look at this. As you see, live and learn, you know, this is 29. So 29 is has its own asset. That's the amazing thing with this. So it comes in, but it groups them in a way that is separate. So for example, the stars are separate asset other than the blue. You see, so everything came in separate, the stripes. So all you have to really do now is just select the asset. Is in? Don't flatten. Is in? I'm going to show you what happened to it. What happened just now? Wait, let's undo that. What does 29 entails? 29 is there's more than one. 29. What is the name? So what happened when I weld it? Oh, it's fine. Scared me just now. Alright, so we can leave that blue as blue. We're gonna weld this as well. Right click and weld. They're just getting arranged weirdly, but we can always fix that. Stripe, we know that stripe go. Matter of fact, let's do it this way. Stripe goes down here. And our stars go on top. Just for visual purpose, it really doesn't matter. It's good to see it, but I mean, when I'm cutting, I'm going to turn them off anyways, and I'm going to see them. But it's nice to see how your image look, you know what I mean, when you're cutting. I mean, as I say, it's not that serious. You can always arrange them how you want to arrange them, but I want to arrange them the right way. All right, and the same thing goes for the letters. I want the letters to be all together, so I can cut them one time. So you weld the letters them as well. Letters are welded. And what else? So stripes welded, letters welded. Oh, one star was left out. Oh, no. Yo, I started panicking. It's a Puerto Rico star. All right, cool. And so we have a freak out. That's on its own. These white things are on its own. Let's put all the white together, right? So the star and the stripe, let's weld those. Those are all one cut because it's the same color. All right, that's about it. So we're looking good. So now let's rescale. Let's resize. Zin. 12 inches the max I have right now, and really and truly it's nice. It's a nice size. So the 12-inch by 12-inch square sticky pad. I don't know what the official name is for this thing, but you know what I mean, it works the best. A lot of times too, I'll try to get these pre-cut. If not, I cut them myself. I have stuff to cut them, which I should probably grab. There's a thing that I use to cut these things. I'm probably going to take you downstairs with me. But anyways, that looks good. We can actually start cutting right now, you know. Actually, no, this is too big still. I'm going to scale it to about... I hear somebody coming in the room. What happened? There's what? But what am I going to do about a spider in the window?
It's not like a
Right, I'm going to take care of him later. Just don't bother him.
He's yellow and black.
Big spider in the window, she said. Funny. Alright, so... I mean, 10 inches, you can look at the actuality of it. So the design, if I made it 10 inch, would be this big. You know, do I want a design to be this big? The flags are probably going to be this big. You know, that's a lot. I can probably size it down just a little bit more. And then I can look at my other projects as well. So let's save this project as Puerto Americana. Just make sure that we're doing it the right size. I really don't want to make, because I've sold a couple shirts well. So let's do, I can't spell Puerto, you know. Puerto American. See if it does that. Let's do this real quick, just to be 100 on this, see? Let's go my projects. Let's open this one. Customizer. Let's see how big we made this. I'm going to need this word proud as well. I'm going to have to cut this out. We kind of made it big. We kind of made it big. So it's almost 12 inch. The flags alone are like 8 inch long, which is 8 inch long, which is about here. So flags are pretty big. We have really decent sized flag. I can't believe I made it that big. I'm not believing this actually. I don't believe it. I have doubts. Oh, I have doubts. I have doubts I made it that big. Let's turn these on. Let's see.
Daddy, you put my window on.
You guys leave that spider alone, man.
Yes. What?
He's gonna bite you.
Find my window.
So this is about it. Yeah, so I mean with this, yeah, I mean 8 inch seems more is, you know, like I'm not making it more than 9 inch. You know, it seems more, can you?
I see. What's that? The tablet. Where's my tablet?
You see why I gotta lock the door from these guys? This guy, like, he came in, he's already on fire.
Where's my tablet? Where's my tablet?
Your tablet is right where you left it, man. Look, right in there.
Oh, alright. Thank you.
Man's is on fire already. Did you turn that game off? Because if you're not gonna be doing everything, you're gonna turn off the game.
Yes, please.
Kids. All right, so we're gonna do. I say 10 inches fine, man. 10 inch looks even big still, you know. I can't remember the shirts. I keep making them, and I'm like, I'm not saving the. I'm not saving the size. So this is, so let's customize this bad boy. We do want the word, let's do this first. We do want the word proud though. Customize. I wonder if I can. All right, see you what. And then we're gonna drop in something. Area visible Java. You can put both of them in there. All right, so what I just did, I just kind of opened a project in another project just because I want to get the size accurate. I really don't want to screw up the size. I want to get the text size. I can never use this program either. So like for example, I want to make this the same size as this, at least somewhat, you know what I mean? Ungroup. It looks alright like so. And then what we're pretty much going to do is just get rid of everything here. You're going to ungroup this. It's not even grouped. Is it? Yeah, so ungroup. And all I'm going to do is keep this word. Delete the rest of this. Move this over to here. So that's a design right there. And we're gonna start cutting right now actually. I'm gonna have to do all of this stuff again by flattening because I didn't really import the project. I imported the file I uploaded. So when you save a project, it saves the setting, but you still have the upload that you uploaded, you know, that you can always make change to. But anyways, again, we're gonna shrink this down just a tad bit. I wanna save on vinyl, to be honest. It really doesn't have to be that big. I say 10-inch looks fine, you know, like overall size. Let's push it up and see. Yeah, 10-inch, I think 10-inch looks good. That's what I'm gonna stick to with the space and everything on it. That's what I'm gonna stick to be honest. Not gonna be splurging a lot of vinyls. And two, what the point where you actually, there's two things I use to measure. I know that this is 12 by 12, so let's say I pull my design out here and it goes beyond 12. It's gonna be too big. Could be too big, you know what I mean? In my mind, that's how I look at it. I don't think any design should be this wide for a shirt. Look, it's gonna go all the way around here, you know what I mean? So I really don't do that. So the width of my project, usually I leave it to about 11 max, you know what I mean? So I come to boom, max 11, and then I look at the height, and the inches I'm using is really these little notches you see up here. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They just don't put in 11 there. If you zoom in, you'll see the 11. You zoom out, you see they go in increments of 2, right? But I think that design is big enough. I think so. Let's do the same thing again. We're going to weld these things up. Actually, they already welded it, look like, some of it. Let's put the stars in their place. Let's weld that. The blue is good. Let's weld the stripes as well. You never fall down. You can never rise if you never yet fall down. And let's weld the letters. So all I'm doing is welding them, and I'm going to show you. If I were to flatten them, it's going to do like, it's going to tell me something about a print. And I don't want to print, I want to cut. And next time I'm doing this, I'll show you what happens if you swell these as well. All right, and let's swell the Rica. Make sure the word. Another thing too, make sure that your words are right, man. Puerto Rico, Porto. Let's make sure that's correct. When you press, it's over. You know what I mean? I've done that before. American. So we're going to the American. M-E-R-I-C-A-N. Porto, which is the first word in Puerto Rico. You know, make sure that a Porto, P-U-E-R-T-O is correct, dash American. All right, so we know we're good with that. Puerto American, and we go back to our text message as well. Yo, listen, I like verifying because I've screwed up many times. American flag and Puerto Rico flag on a small shirt, right? That's what she wants. So, all right, let's start cutting. Now, you can start from anywhere. I might just start with my whites, and I cut all my whites together. See? I don't want to be cutting over and over and over and over. So I cut any color that's similar together. I cut them together, and then I cut them off the sheet. Right? So we're going to go with the white first. All right, so when you're placing these vinyls on your mat, you want to place them on shiny side upwards, right? The shiny side should be laying on it, right? I've cut it this way before. You know what I mean? I've screwed up. That's how you live and learn, see? You learn. Sometimes you learn the expensive way, see? And our white looks about, yeah, this should hold it. So what we're going to do is make sure that we place this thing right. Let me see if I can put it like this. I got my dog right next to me too, man. These guys never leave me. They're like the kids. All right, so we're good. All right, so let's start turning off some layers. We're going to be turning off everything other than the white, which includes the stars as well, right? Yeah, we can do it like so. You know what's bad? I'm going to recut this. Now you see these stripes? I don't want them to be cut like, I don't want to be cut all the way because I don't want them behind the blue. So I messed up. All right, so what I really want is this, see? I'm going to show you, and I'm not going to do much talking, just watch. These stripes, I need to get rid of them, right? So we can do one thing. I'm going to do it this way because I'm doing vinyl. Vinyl doesn't need any sort of pixel. It can't be pixelated. It's not going to be wrong. So what I'm going to do here is object. We're going to probably, let me see if it will work. I'm not sure though. Let's try flatten it, right? And turn it into something like an image. Gonna go with the highest quality. Okay, now it's like an image, right? This, I'm gonna use this to cut out. Just, you're gonna see. So I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna go. You see, this is good to remember. Shortcut again, place in paste. I can never remember that. Place in paste, place in place, place in place, place in. So I shift control V, shift control V, you see? And then we're gonna probably close that layer. Actually, we turned it off, close it as well. We'll turn it off, get rid of it. We're gonna select it, we're gonna select this. We're gonna go to our part finder tool and we're gonna crop it out. No, that didn't work. Minus front, no, no, no. Come on! Part finder tool, you know, I've never really learned. Like sometimes I really just have to select until I find the right thing. It doesn't want to do it. It doesn't want to do it all together. I can tell you that. Because they're still showing like individuals. You see that? They're still showing like individual. How the part finder tool works is that if it was one, it will cut it. So for example, if I could select just one item, see? like this one, it's still, you see, they're still showing up as individual things. If you notice, when I select them. So this flatten really didn't do anything. Let's expand it first and see if we can flatten it as a single object. I don't know if it's going to work. I have to try different things, you know what I mean? There's many different ways again to do this. You guys might be much more proficient at Illustrator than I am. It won't even expand. But there's a hard way to do it. There's a really hard way to do it. And I have to do it because that's the only way I know to do it, see? Even if I selected all of these and I went bam and say it's still going to screw it up, see? So look what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do this, select one. Having the time of my life. Oh, select one, select this, and then we're gonna have to do it one at a time. No, that's the wrong one. What do we do? How are we not getting it right? Ungroup this. Oh, it's right. So all we're going to do now is go back to our layer and turn that one on. We're going to have to do it a couple times, unfortunately. That's just how I know how to do it. And yeah, it's not efficient. If there's a better way to do it, tell me how to lock all my layers so it becomes one object, so I can do it, you know, in a more efficient manner. There's always more efficient ways of doing things, I'm going to tell you that. For now, this is not efficient at all. See? Because we're gonna have to cut them one at a time. One at a time until we get the desire that we're looking for, see? I'm even shifting it. I don't know what's doing that, but anyways, let's I think we have one more cut to do, and it's this one. Let's go back. This, and just cut it out. All right, so it's good now. This. Let's bring that back. Bring that back. Wait, my stars got deleted. Yeah, my stars got deleted. I don't even know what point it got deleted, but it did. There it is. They're there now. Let's lock this layer so I don't accidentally delete it again. Alright. I wanna just body. I'm gonna do the same method again. Hopefully I didn't delete them now, huh? Let's do something. That's why I'm telling you, this can be efficient, you know? Efficiency will speed up any process. No, it's still there. Stars are still there. Efficiency means speed, you know what I mean? If you can't move fast, that means you're not efficient. You know what I mean? If somebody gave me a job like this to do, let's say, oh, they give me a couple hours. They put some sort of time restraint to the thing. Then, I mean, I'm screwed. All right, so unlock that. So you see what I did is pretty much just kind of cut out. So when I'm cutting you'll see, when I'm cutting the vinyl, it's not gonna have, I won't have to press the blue on top of those stripes, because if not, how vinyl work, all I'm gonna have to do is it's like hamburger. So the white is gonna go first, the red second, or the white first, which is the white is gonna be all the white, see? I'm not gonna try to do the white right in stripe. I could do the red straight or the white straight. I'm deciding to do the white. Actually, Actually, if I think about it, the white should be the one that's been placed. The red should be the one that's straight. See? So we screwed up again. Tell you, it's live and learn. Because if I place the white first, and then place, what I could do is place the white along with the stars all together. So I could place the red, then the blue, then the white, and it's done. So let's do this. We screwed up. We screwed up big time. What we're going to be placing first is the red. The red is going to be the square. So it's going to be a full square red. And then the white is going to be... Now if that's the case, then we're fine actually. See, the red is what's in the stripes though. I'm trying to make it as seamless as possible. If I put the white down, watch this. We have an even better idea. So remember, the white is going to be behind the blue, right? So instead of using white on top of the blue, we're going to cut out the stars on the blue mat. See? So let's start doing that. Let's get that done. See? So this, we're going to use this and we're going to cut these out of the blue. So it's like, you'll see. It's hard to explain. The blue is going to have little star shapes in it. So when I place it over the white will, you'll see the white in the background. See? It makes sense to me. I can never teach cricket, man. That's why I say watch. You watch, you know, you'll learn. Just by looking. You'll learn. Hopefully you learn. Hopefully I helped you. Hopefully I helped you out. So we're going to cut this out with the same part finder tool. Actually, let's go right back to where we were. We get everything. I don't know, redo, I'm trying to redo everything. Shift Control Z. Shift Control Z. It's only taking me as far back as it's there. Sucks. Anyways, let's do that over. We had it right, but then we're gonna do it over back. See? Let's lock our stars in place first. You see how something like this could be complicated if you overthink things? That's one rule I've been trying to teach myself, is like, don't overthink. Like, just, it's the simplest way, it's gonna be the most efficient way. When you start doing too much, then you know you're wrong. You see? I'm gonna tell you that when you start doing too much is when you know you are wrong. Oh, we gotta ungroup this. So ungroup, make them individuals, and then we're gonna have to start cut them out again with a part finder. There has to be a more efficient way to do it, and I'm actually gonna just research it. I don't know what to search for though. Everything. All right, so we're gonna cut out the blue. We're gonna cut out the stars in the blue. It's like baking cakes, man. You cut out the shapes. Let's hope they all cut out at the same time, which, to be honest, I don't think it's gonna happen. We gotta give it one shot. If not, then we know we screwed up, right? I think it worked. See? So this is what I mean. So look, anything you place it over, man, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. You see? That's exactly the desire that I wanted. All right, so let's make sure that these, it doesn't matter where these layers are placed, to be honest. I'm not going to stress about the layers and where they're placed. And then we're going to just import, we're just going to export this guy. See? Export him as a SVG. I'm not going to make it, name him US flag. US flag. Export that bad boy. Go back into a Cricut software. And then we're going to delete this one. Make it more simple. Simpler the better, see? So we're going to upload it. Upload. Add to canvas. And then we're going to have to scale it up. Scale it down, actually. And I mean, by default, it scale evenly, right? Meaning like it's not going to scale width and wait. I'm probably going to have to use numbers. Let's see something. What is changing? All right, so let's look and see what the height of this is.
Kenny, here is your reminder. Exercise.
Alexa, thank you.
Absolutely.
So this is 466 by 7967. 466.
Exercise.
466. Oh man, what happened here?
Exercise.
4. Oh, I don't have the number on. 466. 4.66 by what's the height of this one? 7.967. 7.957. This is not even right. 6.6 is what we're missing here. Oh, because it's doing height and width at the same time. So if I put this, it should be fine now. All right, cool. So, all right, so they're the same size. Made sure to it. So let's start cutting. Actually, let's do the same thing. Ungroup, like we did. Ungroup this thing. It still hasn't ungrouped. Sometimes you literally have to like try a couple times to get it ungrouped. All right, so that's ungroup. See, you see? This is how it's going to cut my red. Perfect. So all we got to do is lock our stripes. Oh snap! It put all those stripes in like different pieces, though. See? So I'm gonna have to select them one at a time. Oh, getting stick on the underline mat. All right, so let's select the stripes. Let's go right click and go weld. All right, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You see it? Just how I wanted it. All right, let's start cutting. The excited part. Flatten. This should not be flattened. Why is this? Why am I seeing a flatten? Why am I seeing a flatten here? Unflatten this. No flatten around here. It should be weld. All weld, baby. All weld. Weld. Weld is the only way. All right, so let's start cutting now. Let's start turning off some layers. So I mean, it really doesn't matter where I start. I'm going to probably start with my whites first. So let's start off everything. Weld. Why is this giving me a? This is giving me an error. Really doesn't matter though. Let's start off with our whites. So everything white is going to be left on. Actually, our font is going to be white as well. Our text is going to be white, not font, text. that's that. We're gonna cut these. Let's get it done. So we can always load this up ahead of time, and we're gonna go make it. If it doesn't want to fit, it's all right. So I remember why I said flatten. So now if you had flattened it, it would still be individual pieces. So it's like, oh, these are locked together. If you didn't weld them, they wouldn't be locked together. They'd be like this guy, there's like a couple of different parts, so it would be separate. And you will try to cut it how it wants to cut it, and you have to fit it together, which is going to be difficult. So you want them to be cut together, you know what I mean? So you kind of flatten them, you weld them. So we just have to make sure our paper is long enough. Our paper is down to 10 inches, I think. We just have to make sure that we give it a little spacing. And before the software, I think you could actually push it all the way up, you know. Like this one, if you notice this one going all the way up, you may cut off a little bit of that star if you don't have it properly lined. But we're not trying to run that risk. Always remember the mirror, very important. If you don't mirror, you're not gonna be able to print it right. It's gonna print flip sides in, so you have to mirror it. When you place it down, it goes the correct way. All right, we're gonna continue. Now I already have a favorite settings here. I'm gonna see if I can bring back all the settings. Browse material. I don't even know how to get it back. Popular. So usually when you start, this is what they give you, this whole thing. I don't choose anything other than just vinyl. That's just what I've been using since day one, and it works. You can save that as your favorite settings. You can select fast. I don't like selecting fast because it does go fast, and I don't know how, sometimes if you make a little small cut, there's no real small slices here, so it won't mess it up. But if you make like small slices, it could like damage it, you know what I mean? Damage your cut. So I try not to do that. So let's do this, and then all you have to do is press C. While this thing is cutting, I'm going to take a Wiz Khalifa. All right, we're back on it. See if I can use up some scraps. It's always good to be honest, when you're cutting, it's always good to have your files ready, set up. I just did this, so it's like you're seeing the workflow. Usually, this is all set and ready. Actually, I'm doing it wrong. This is done because we're done with the white. Now we can turn it. I screwed up with the white, No. I forgot. The blue is gonna be The blue is gonna be, yeah, all right, so we're gonna show you what's gonna happen with the blue. We got 2 blue pieces that we're gonna cut together. So we'll just turn them on and then turn off our whites as well. Here. Let's cut these 2 blue pieces. Make it. So see right away it's trying to put this one somewhere else, which I don't even know why it's doing that. So here what? See that these 2 guys are same color. We can put them together, to be honest, because this is like no, this is pretty wide actually. Yeah, this one is pretty wide. This one is pretty wide. I might just be able to get one, because if you notice this is from 6 to 11, that is almost 5 inches wide. And this guy, all right, so here, well, we're gonna cut them separately. I want to use up my scrap, and then I'm gonna try to position it somehow that it works. So let's do the American flag, American stars first. I'm gonna make it. Again, remember to flip it, and sometimes I kind of ease it off the edge. If you notice, it's not really on the edge, because the edge would be right up here. It's showing you where it's gonna start cut from, so it's fine. It won't damage it, but it's happened to me in the past. You don't really have to do this, but you could do it. I mean, all depends on how well you line up your vinyl. And mirror is on. Always remember to do that. It's gonna cut incorrectly. Like that doesn't really have to be mirrored, because I think mirroring it works. So we're gonna go with that. And we're gonna start cutting that thing. Shadel, look on the heat press. You see that little thing I used to cut the vinyls? And give your brother some. You can make some mac and cheese. Make it for yourself as well. You won't have to use milk. You're fine without milk. Downstairs in the heat press. He's right on top of the heat press. There's a lot of stars, and this is going to be a little while, because I'm going to have to pick out. I'm going to have to pick out how many stars. What if it's 50 stars? I'm going to have to pick out all 50 stars. If it was the other way around, I would just be stripping off the majority of it, and the stars would be. Thank you very much. And the stars would be left behind. Well, all right. So what I'm going to do now is just separate these 2. It's sometimes hard to see them, and I have done many bad things with this cutter. I've cut through my design on many occasions, many occasions, eh? But I kind of gave it good, adequate spacing still. I'm not gonna be too cheap. And then we can actually start doing some. And if I can get this thing, I'll start peeling these guys. But because of how these designs are, I try to get these cuts as neat as I am. I'm gonna have to apply some scissors as well. Old school, yeah. But these are really good vinyls. Look, I mean, and you can do this. You don't want to bend this. You don't want to create any wrinkles in that. To be honest, it does get annoying when you do that. I should have a garbage bin somewhere. So it's like this. It won't affect your print, but I mean, try not to. So don't be too aggressive pulling them off. Take your time. I usually become aggressive when I'm tired. After a while, you know. But these are really good vinyls. Look, I mean, and you can do this. I'm gonna make sure that my mic is on because I turned it off. So see, just take your time. Peel. These are pretty big cuts, so they won't peel off. And if it's a good vinyl as well, it should just come. See how easy that come off? That's if your vinyl is good though. You know what I mean? If you have poor vinyls, it'd be hard to peel them. And as I say, I'm gonna have to get some scissors in this if I can find the scissors. And usually I try to cut it as close to the design because how these press on, I'm gonna have to press this on top of another vinyl. I try to get it as close as I can. I'm not really worried about the adhesive part of it because I really don't need it sticky at this point. I've been doing this too long. So I know how to hold it in place when I'm pressing. But I will mess up the design as well, even with the scissors. I've done it many a times. It's a matter of just being patient. Sometimes I'm not. And so I really want to teach my wife this so she can be the one doing this. You know, she's not patient as well, but she probably have a little bit more patient than I do. Don't want to cut off any piece of our star. That look good. Now the thing to do is really to cut and then you do this, but I'm just kind of doing this because I'm showing you guys, you know what I mean? This is really not my process. I usually cut out everything and then I start peeling. I start weeding this thing. I never weed until I'm done everything. Or sometimes again, if I lose patience, I start weed. You know, because the weeding is the next thing that is not really repetitive. You know what I mean? Like putting in this, loading the Cricut machine and then pulling out and then load. It becomes repetitive. I try to keep myself doing different things so I don't get too bored or impatient. You know what I mean? That's one thing with me, people. I don't know if it's anxiety or what. I actually want to post a video on that because I have a video ready to post about anxiety and the problems I've been having with anxiety, you know what I mean? That's for another time. So that's 2 cut. And I might be able to salvage a piece of this if I can cut it right. I can see my stars. Lord of mercy. Let me see if I can get a, let's see if I can be cheap. It's a party. I can't see the design. Ugh. All right, so this is that. I might not be able to do it. Let me see. Done. Let's turn that off and turn on the triangle. And let's say make that. No. We can get it. This is about 4 inches wide. I don't even know why I didn't want to put them on one sheet. I wanted to separate them. So we put that small sheet there. Again, how it's laid out on your mat right here in the design space. It's really how it's going to be cut on this. It really doesn't do anything different. It's the exact mark out, you know what I mean? I've never seen it do anything screwy. Again, you want to mirror that and continue. Go back to my favorite, which is the vinyl cut. Look what I'm talking about now. So this bad boy here is going to be a little bit at time, see? I actually need my garbage bin for this because this is a lot of stars I'm going to have to pick out. Look. I chose the hard way to do it, but it is what it is, baby. It's... You know, people wonder why you can't sell these shirts for like $19. The amount of work you do, man. Like, it's a handmade shirt, to be honest. I'm not literally cutting it out with my hands, but I'm picking it out, like weeding it. Weeding is a lot of work.
Daddy?
Yeah. Your sister gonna make lunch for you.
Oh, wait, give me my mac and cheese. Or
Come pick up your cups. Come on. Both cups are full. Pick them up and drink water. There you are. You left both your cups in the game room. Alright, so we got a trash. We got our trash right here.
I'm making the mac and cheese.
Man, I chose the worst part of it to do. Now I'm thinking about it, I should have done it the other way. And it's hard to see as well. Might be able to make the small shirt just before I go to work because I got work in a couple hours. That's what we're getting so far. And people, drop some comments on any of these videos, man. I'm trying to give away something, but y'all have to communicate with me. I can't give it away to people I don't know. What am I going to say? I'm going to give it away to the unknown user. Let me know who you are. Leave some comments. You know what I mean? Leave some comments. You know, so I can get to know you guys. I have a store I'm going to show you. Hopefully I can get to show you that before I hop off. I'm actually trying to do a giveaway where you go on the store. You just order your shirt. You won't have to pay for nothing. I'll ship it to you. And that's for the 200 subs that I have. But again, I need to know you in order to send it. I can't just send it. And it really doesn't matter. Just leave a comment. If it's your first time coming near, if you're passing through, I want to give away something, but people, you got to communicate with me. Almost done. Remember, Shadell, boil it before you pour it in.
Yeah, I know. I've been boiling it.
It's the best way to do it. Teaching her how to do some stuff. She knows how to make her macaroni and cheese now. She knows how to make her egg sandwich. Yeah, I'm trying to make these kids independent as much as I can. The little man is very smart. And that because he's so smart, he get bored with everything. So that one you gotta keep entertained. What I probably should have done is peel this off and then replace it. Like peel this piece off. That's what I'm gonna do. So you see what I did? I peel it off and I'm gonna get rid of these. Actually, I'll place that on a brand new one. See? But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to sacrifice another one, which doesn't matter to me. To be honest, it's much easier than doing what I'm doing right now. So I'll put this cut out. Oh, there's some that got stuck on it as well.
Ooh. Making mac and cheese for everybody to eat.
Shadell's making you mac and cheese, guy.
Yes.
I told you this already.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister making you lunch. Why? Kenil, do not come in here and touch anything. Go sit down and watch a TV with your sister. Alright, so I need a piece of plastic, this section, so I can place that back on it. So I'm going to try to be stingy with this one, so I can save the back. Yeah, I couldn't worry about picking out. If I was going to pick those 50 stars out, man, be picking out my hair out after this. Again, easy is always the way, man. It can be more efficient. Always try to be more efficient, you know what I mean? It might not work out. Sometimes it does, you know? What I'm going to try to do now is peel this off because this is like a scrap. I'm not going to try to mess with this scrap again. This is the end of this scrap, and then because I really kind of want the plastic to place that square on. Let's see if we have any big enough part there that we can put it on. Might be. So we can swap it like that. And it will stick. You know, it's sticking already. So again, what I did was just kind of peel this because it's easy to peel a bigger piece than to peel the star. If not, I'm gonna have to be picking out all the stars. You know what I mean? And for me to pick out all these stars would kill me today. You know, make a lot of mess as well. So all I did was just peel a bigger piece, and then I'm just gonna cut this out as close as I can get it. The vinyl is still fine. Into the night. This is some good music too, you know. Amazon Prime. That I gotta unsubscribe from Unlimited before the 16th of this month. I always do that to them, man. They give me this promotion and I'm like, I'm not gonna say no to the promotion, and I take it and I just unsubscribe. Boom. All right, so we are pretty much almost done with this shirt. Because we're cutting while we're, and I'm just cutting over and over so you can see just Again, it peels easy. But what I do is I try to cut it close because of how this is going to be placed on the shirt. I don't know if I can bring the heat press up here. If it's going to be too heavy for this, I could try to. I have space over this side. Move over the camera and do some quick press for you. Actually, you need to try out if you can press on this table because I'd love to be able to do it up here. Sometimes. Pretty heavy piece of equipment though. All right, that's that. So what we need now, we just need red and green. So we're done. Let's shut that off. What's amazing is if you're cutting one solid color, black, blue, yellow, whatever, it's much easier because you can just cut the whole design. When you have customers that are asking for these things, it takes time. Now again, for me to give a shirt like this for $19, I'm much rather to send it out to my print on demand and say, yo, do it that way. And then you spend about $29 on it and you're good. You know what I mean? They won't even use vinyls. They'll use like a spray on. But this is very time consuming. I keep telling my wife, like, this kind of cut is like, it's ridiculous. But it's cool because at least you get the, you know, you're working on it, huh? You're working on it. So we're just gonna cut the red now. Let's see if it's gonna want to cut it on one sheet because I'm not trying to mess with this thing. Yeah, it's trying to do double sheets again and I don't know why. All right, so don't worry about that. Let's see how wide this is. This is 8 inches. All right, so I can get the two of them on this. This is 10 by 12. Let's do that. Mirror, you don't have to mirror a square, but I mirror because I keep, you know what I mean? The more you, it's like a habit. The more you do things, you get into the habit of doing it. You know what I mean? So if I'm not mirroring stuff, I'm going to get in the habit of not mirroring stuff and make a mistake when I have to mirror stuff. Wait, let's cancel this because it still has 2 of them in the queue. You notice that? Yes, cancel a cut. Cancel, and let's do them one at a time. Let's do the full square first. Make it, because it wants to print it on 2 separate prints. I do not want that. It's good to know that my headsets and this thing can be connected. The Bluetooth device in this laptop is pretty good. This laptop is a solid laptop, trust me. I can do a lot with it and it cost me less than $500. It's my favorite little device in the house. Didn't mirror it, so you see? Right away I know, because it's just a habit. And then cut that, boom. Put the heat press there, or move the cutter to this side and then put the heat press here and I'll show you how I press. Shouldn't take me too long to press a shirt. The hardest part is to cut it. And we're almost done with that. Cut and weed. Let's proceed. Yes, indeed. All right, this is at 5 inches. I just have to move a little bit beyond 5 inches. Let's finish this. And now we're gonna go to our stripes. And let's close this. Let's turn off the square. So all I'm doing, people, is just turning them off. You know, it won't print what it can't see, right? So you turn off your layers and you print the layers one at a time. That's if you're doing something with multi-layer. It's also a little harder to press multi-layer because you can burn your vinyl. I personally don't like doing it, but so far it's turned out decent. Probably hitting my mic. It's turned out decent, you know what I mean? And she liked the shirts again, and she's requesting more of it. It's not like my favorite thing to work on. It's a lot. But if she likes it, all right, so we're gonna go beyond 5 because we already have a print on this, right? Our print is over this side, so we're sliding it over because we're using the same vinyl and we're pushing it just a little bit over so I can hold 2 on this thing. And the continue, our mirror is set, and we're gonna cut this. All right, boom. I don't know what I was doing with the green. I was thinking about the Mexican flag. We're pretty much done though, because we have the blue, white, red. That's it. Boom. The only thing we need some white for now. We need a little bit of white for our text. And I might just be able to salvage some, might be, not sure, I don't think I do. I always try to salvage as much, you know what I mean, when I can salvage. I don't think I have any scraps of white, so we may have to. Actually, I found some. You can salvage a little bit of white. This will take it. I always look for scraps in it. And while I'm working, I'm trying to clean up because I'm trying to get out of here as soon as I'm done with this. I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Pam pananam tam. Huh? Nope. That's it. Got lucky I found them. I don't even know where how them they shop. I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. Alright, so our stripe is done. Our cuts are completed. So it's a matter of peeling this now. So now the only good thing is that these are very big peels. One is like a square, one is like stripes, and it's really not going to be that difficult. I'm going to show you why. And there's really not much to salvage from this. I won't be cheap with the sheet. The sheet is done. See, I always try to salvage something and end up screwing it up. But this is what we're going to be doing. We're not salvaging anything. We're just peeling. And you're going to see there's 2 designs on this. Shadell, why are you out there arguing with the guy? See how easy that is? You need good vinyls to do this, though, you know? You need good vinyls to do this. I'm going to tell you that bad vinyls will take everybody with them, see? But good vinyls will just separate what you want to separate. Bad vinyls will do that. Good vinyls will just peel the way it's supposed to peel, see? Make your job a lot more easier. Clean cuts, see? And then all I'm going to do now is slide this bad boy right under my cutter. Where do you go? Where do you go? Along and windy road. Road. Far. And we get the cut as close as we can. We have to go apply the scissors though. Always have to apply the scissors. And for this one, I really don't have to cut it down that much because this is going to be the first press. This is the background for the Puerto Rican flag. I have a bun, there's nothing to cry. We'll never die. Where do you go? A long and windy road. A longer than a road. I'm gonna try to wrist this. Try to get it as close as we can on the cutter. Cutter is, yeah, the cutter is dangerous, man. I'm scared of my cutter because I always screw things up with my cutter. Cut through my designs all the time. Well, I can see what I'm doing now, so it's not that bad. Fire, Fibon. Where do you go? A long and windy road. Long and road. The Lord of the faithful. Roll up your light and come. Actually, I can leave it like that. So, stripe. And this is the back of our Puerto Rico class, right? So try to get yourself organized. You know, blues go with blues. I would know that too because we're pressing them all together. So blue gonna press with blue. White gonna press with white. See? I try to do it that way. The only white doesn't press with the white is my text. So the text is just the text I usually try to put on last because this design has to go down first. Now let's print those texts and be done. Oh, actually it's gonna slide back out. Yes. Cancel that. We already did that. And we're gonna turn this off. All we're doing now is our texts. I'm missing one word. I'm missing one set of text though. I screwed up. Did I delete them? Yeah, it's not showing them. Let's see how much undos this can do. And they designed this thing just to work just like Illustrator, you know. It's funny. There we go. I don't know how I deleted it, but whatever. Oh, it's not deleted actually. Well, what is this one? Okay, then I see what happened. So we gotta undo whatever we did, unflatten this. That was flattened. And we're gonna weld. All right. And then we're gonna make just these texts. Everything else should be shut off. Let's make it. Project incomplete. This project is not supported by blah blah blah, current machine, blah blah blah. All right. Oh yeah. See, we did all the undos, and this one is now still flattened as well. So you see, it'll tell you can't print, because that's what it does. That's what you want to do when you I don't know what's telling me this though. What maker is selected? Maker is selected. Make it. Why is it still doing this as flat? Why is this thing trying to unflatten, man? Why is this thing flattening my thing? I want this thing to be welded. How many times am I going to select weld before it does it? You know what I mean? Weld. So I'm telling you, sometimes the program does this. It'll do little hiccups, you know what I mean? Now it should be fine. Make it. Let's see what it did. I literally just selected weld, right? I don't understand what it means that it's not supported. Why? Print then cut. It shouldn't be printing anything. It should be cutting. Product not supported by current machine. Select the selection to resolve. Select OK and adjust affected layer. I don't know why it's giving me this error. So you see now we're in a little hiccup and I'm running late. That's what's good. Yeah. I don't know why it has so many of these one word. Wait, something is screwy. Maybe I need to zoom out a little bit more. Maybe I'm not seeing everything. Because this thing here, now it's showing, see? It's showing 3 different ones, but where the hell are the... Where the hell is this one that I just... It's 3 proud to be. But I'm only seeing 2. Here what? Let's close this. Let's open out another file. Because this thing is really acting a bit screwy. This is the problem right here. Image too large. Reduce image size. Oh, it's saying it's too large. Cricut, why are you trying to do this to me? I gotta see how this is gonna look before I even think about printing it. Let's turn these layers back on. It's saying something about the image size, which I've never really gotten that error before, but it's not wrong though. It's certainly not wrong. If you notice, it's like it was way off. It was gonna print it. It was gonna print it not the way I want it to be printed. So let's go a little bit more in there. The top text is going to be a slight little bigger than the bottom text. But let's look at the design overall and see if it's something that we can tolerate. Let me see if I can stretch her just a little bit more and get away with it. Alright, that's the widest we can go. And let's weld it. My wife is asking me what's for dinner. $7.795. Let's go 7.795. Yeah. It's gonna have to stay like this. I don't like the fact that this is slightly bigger, so we're gonna shrink it down just a tad bit as well. Alright, so we should be able to cut now. I don't know what was up a while ago. You know, sometimes it's just how you import your stuff. Like, I don't know. Really, I have no explanation for what just happened. But it took about 10 minutes to figure it out, which upsetting. Alright, so I don't think the scrap can work, man. Scrap is not, I'm not going to be able to get away with a scrap. Because this one is like 11 inches, almost 10 inches wide. Gonna have to use a whole sheet for this. Which technically is really too big though.
Can you come here for a second?
What happened?
Do the water.
Huh?
The water.
What about it?
No, I'm finished with boiling the mac and cheese. Can you pull out the
So, if you finish making meat, some.
No, I don't think there's any water left. Can I
Go eat lunch.
Can I still put it in?
Huh?
Can I still put it in?
What happened?
I don't know. The water is not there. I don't know. I think it's finished, but
I thought you had it.
no, I added it, but then
Alright. She kind of failed at making the macaroni and cheese, but it's all good. Alright, so we're gonna just pull out a sheet. And I think it should be fine, to be honest. I think I want this to be smaller doing it, to be honest, but how big was our design? I think our design was about 10 inches in total. I think. Or 11 inch, so yeah, it's fine. It's very made with scale that. Let's screw this up. Anyways, let's make it. Oh no 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 no. Let's hurry up and get this done. I will do the pressing up here as well. After I press, I gotta dip. So I'm just gonna do this real quick, get the maker up. Just make this real quick. We'll save the scrap for another day. Always secure your scraps, man. And let's just get this done in the next couple of minutes. All right. Remember, do your mirror. I was gonna push that in your head, and we want to give this just a little bit of gap. She's telling me about print then cut. What print are we talking about? Let's see what happens. Let's see if this thing is still messing around. Oh man, I coughed right in your ears. See, I've already printed. Let's cut it. I don't know why it's doing that, to be honest, but I'm not trying to figure it out right now. Just want to get rid of this. Let's cut it out. And in the meantime, let's go get our heat press. Now usually most the vinyls, if not all, that you buy, I bought these on Amazon. They'll come with instruction when to peel. You know, they'll recommend peeling when it's hot, cold. You know, they tell you how to do it. Follow the instructions. I don't though, to be honest, I don't. See, it's still trying this whole print thing. It's still trying this print thing. I don't know why. See, this thing is a joke. This thing was trying to print. I feel like it's an error. And we're gonna do it over. Imagine you come all the way to the end of this thing and now it's giving me error. We're gonna have to just eyeball this. I'm not even trying to do this in a way that because I don't know why it was giving me an error before. I'm not gonna try to figure it out now. See, it's still giving me this one as an error, so we have to unflatten this because we really don't want to unflatten. And then we're gonna weld it. All right. We just need the text, that's all. Because I had to like open up a whole different file to do this. It's freaking out and it don't want to recover. So talking about printing and let's make that. Not supported. Here we go again.
They call you phone. Why call you phone?
I know, Kenya.
He call you phone.
So it's this. This is really the problem right here.
He's gone.
I think we're gonna have to end it here because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Time is up, but this file has an issue with it. It's talking about printing, and I don't know why. Even when I weld it, it's still giving me an error. Alright, let's see something. Shadell, you check out that thing? Okay.
He's making his mac and cheese. A, B. They say A, B. A, B. This is A, B.
So let's do this.
A, B, A, B, B. A, B, A, B, B. I, B, I, B, B. I, B, I, B, B.
31. I'm going to change the name of the asset. Let's try to upload it again and see if it's going to come in with an error. Because it's giving me a problem. Just that one. Browse. 31. Open. Upload. I'm going to add it to the thing. Baby. If it gives me the same error, then I'm gonna have to figure it out off camera. Here it is. But honestly, I don't know what the issue is, but there was an issue before. All right, so we're good. We're gonna make it. But we gotta plug this bad boy in, and I'm gonna have to switch the camera view a little bit for you guys, because I think I'm gonna have to bring it over this side. Baby. Dinosaur. Ugh. All right, the dinosaur is plugged in. If I can back it up a little bit. You can see him in my room. All right, so we set this to 305, and already at 105. Sure, did I put this up in the water?
No.
Yeah, but you have to constantly watch it, Shadell.
I just started mixing.
Come on, man. Come on. Just forget about that TV for a little bit.
I just was mixing it.
You say you're a cook, right?
Yeah, but I mix it every 5 minutes.
She's a cook, she says. You can't take your eyes off your mac and cheese. The chef wants to burn. She wants to burn her mac and cheese again. She didn't burn it the first time, actually. She's doing good. All right, so now that we have that down, we just got to cut out this thing. And because we are like out of time, so look, weeding again should be easy, seamless. If your weeding is hard, that means your vinyl isn't that great. Always blame the vinyl, not you. You blame the vinyl for all of the difficulty weeding, you know what I mean? If you get good vinyl, easily weed, because it shouldn't be too sticky, you know what I mean? And even if it's sticky, it shouldn't be ripping up the right cut. When you're weeding, it's the right things that's supposed to be weeded out. If you see that all the wrong things that get weeded, it means that, oh, snap. So look at this. You see how we screwed that up? So this cut is useless. This cut is useless. That cut is useless. That's what happens when you're rushing, man. Oh, boy. So lucky thing, so we didn't close it out, so we can recut. Something's happening. $2.55. Adele. All right, so a big part of what you want to do though is that you want to preheat your thing. I really don't want to even have my roll or nothing, but we're just going to work with it. We're going to eyeball it. All right, you do that for 10 seconds. All right. Alright, you try to remove as much as any little thing you see in it need to be removed, like this white lint. And I will get my ruler because the ruler helps. Alright, no ruler. I think the ruler might be somewhere in this box, but remember that your, so that's if you have this kind of thing, mat, your mat will have like rulers on it, and that's what I'm going to be using because I'm really out of time now. I'm just going to do this because I already cut it. If I didn't cut already, trust me, I will be packing up. But to me, once it's cut, it needs to be done. And I got kids that really can't handle being alone. This right now is like it's like a mile and a half for them. Even though I'm right in the house, This is how my kids are. Always have to be around, always have to be there. You tell me how you deal with that as parents. If we have parents out there, you know, they say work from home wouldn't work for me. Work from home would mean that I'm probably gonna get fired in 2 days. You know, I have the baby, and on top of that, I have a daughter that you could try to ask a lot of times, but there's a little level of unreliability there. You know, but that's for another time again. Like a majority of the time I have my doors open because I give them a chance to come in and ask questions. And I don't lock them out of my room at all. I still think this text is too big and I may have to reprint them. Looking at it now, we see how it look though. You gotta find out and see how it look. But I'm literally out of time, peeps. So this machine here will go, I don't know how the hottest it'll go. Usually it's 305 for most of my vinyls. And it'll tell you again on the paper how hot you should set your press. Try to stick with that. It'll tell you how long to press it as well. So for these, because I'm doing layers, they're going to be sharp presses, like 10-second presses, and then I'm going to release. If I press longer than that, then there's a chance that my vinyl will get damaged, like burn. You don't want the vinyl burn. When the vinyl burn, it wrinkles, and then it's no longer good. All right. This should be fine. It's gonna cut again. I can't bother with the scissors cut. I'm gonna have to use this thing and trust myself. All right, so we have all our cuts. Get rid of everything that could cause me to be confused. Again, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put down the white. So let's look at our image as well. It's always good to look at your image. All right, so white for the US flag. So it's gonna be white for the US flag. And red for my Puerto Rican flag. So American flag is going to be second because we say Puerto American. All right, and I kind of eyeball it. Puerto American. Let's do this real quick. This is what I'm going to use to measure. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to just use this to measure up. So it's a little over. One thing I can tell, this is a lot bigger than the ones that I've made in the past. Alright, so you can shift it. But what we want to make sure is that this thing don't look crazy, which it shouldn't look, see? The only thing I can tell you, I made this shirt a lot, this print a lot bigger than the others. Which, yes?
I think these expired in March. You think they're still good?
Shadel, I don't know what to say to you. You ask me very difficult questions. So I won't put on the words first anyways, because the words again are in this. I don't want to be pressing them over and over and over and over again. So we put on the words last and just put this down first. So again, I'm going to measure, just try to get an even number on each side. I don't have a ruler, unfortunately. I can't find it. That's about 2 and something. 2 and something. It looks straight into it looks straight based on how I'm looking at it. And then I'll make sure that when you're pressing, usually they give you this. They'll give you different things. I've had this piece of paper for a while. I'm going to do for about 10 seconds or 8 seconds, and I'm going to peel. I think we got in 10 seconds. This say cold peel. I peel it hot on many occasions, so I know it won't lift. There we go, that's 1. There we go, that's 2. That's the white for the American. Now the problem with this white is very soft. So that white will burn. So I gotta be careful with that white. And how you know it's burning too? It stretches, you know? You see the vinyl start stretching. You really don't want that. You see your cut isn't perfect. But that's that. And we're going to be placing our stars. No, not our stars. Our blue. And our Puerto Rican flag as well. So blue. And again, this is going to be a quick press, because we can't really keep pressing because it's going to damage it. We can see it's slightly off, but it's not that bad. A person should be able to understand that. All right. Now we kind of screwed this up a little bit. But if you can see, there's a slight screw up here. Not even slight, it's a really bad screw up, but we're gonna have to work with it. Gonna put the words. They got a bigger design for the same money. So I'll probably have to give her a discount for that little hiccup that I have there. But that's what happens when you layer. There's a chance that you may mess up. Really and truly, I'm just using my eyes to guide me. I'm not that bad at it. I've done it enough that I shouldn't have had that little hiccup right there, but stuff happens. We won't use the word on this stream, but it's gonna look good regardless. I can tell because I can see it looking good already. This is our last press. One thing I'm mad about is that it's a lot bigger than the others. Another 10 seconds, and woo. All right, so the white already, you can see the white bleeding, and I really don't want that to happen. So the only thing I'm gonna do now is just do it at one little seal, and that's my last press. And I just use that as a slight seal. As you can see, our white is stretching out. or blue got messed up. It's not a perfect shirt, but it'll work. And I might just give a little discount. Let's do a 5-second haul. And I have my timer here as well. 5. All right, that's that. And then we're done. This is what we have. That's it. So you can see your little flaws. I'll explain to my wife that we got a little hit a miss there. All right, that's it, people. I've got to run. I'm out of time. It was lovely. Let's get these kids. Their hearts are broken already because I wasn't able to hang out with them for half of the day. And that's doesn't matter how much you hang out. You got to always hang out all day, they say. Anyways, people, have a good day.